Why are you doing this to me?
I know.
Drake is pop to me. In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Commercial music.
Or as you know,
Music,
shopping with an edge in certain instances.
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
It's
I get
commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likable music, yeah.
It's likable.
But is it? I'm gonna leave you alone. We're gonna move on.
Woo! So many products.
So many SKUs.
So many SKUs. Look at all these SKUs. Oh, so many products.
So much merchandising. So many barcodes.
I love this mall. Look at this place. I mean, look at this place. They have everything. Everything's here. They have everything here. Oh, this is great. This is a new Drake. You hear it? It's great. Okay. What happens when this thing collapses? What happens when the columns start buckling? Are we not in some early stage of that at this present hour? Are we seeing like the collapse of the empire? Buying and selling, where's the message that I can use?
Right.
What's in it for your audience apart from like banging the pom-poms?
All right, let's talk about it for a split second. Most Def just makes me laugh, or excuse me, Yasin Bey. He makes me laugh. He's just funny. He's fucking funny. But a lot of, I mentioned some of my music homies in the studio, and then, some people were like, yeah, he's coming off with a negative energy. It's like, I think the first off-putting thing is that someone who makes a very little amount of music these days is kind of coming off as very critical upon someone who makes a fuck ton of music these days. Regardless of how you feel about Drake's music, the man works his ass off. He puts a fuck ton of music out. You know what I mean? And he is active in music. You know what I mean? Like very active. Whereas most legendary MC, I love most, Yasin, all of that. Black on Both Sides, one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. But he's not super active. He went off the grid for Forever and a Day, and then they popped up and did the Black Star album, like the newer Black Star album with Madlib, but it's been a long time and he's put out very little over that time, So it feels a little weird when you have somebody come out and be so critical of someone who's active in the game who's not really active. That was my first thing that I thought. Secondly, I fuck with Drake's music. I like Drake's music. I don't like it all, but I like a lot of his earlier stuff. I really dig. Some of the newer stuff is cool, but yeah, he has so much shit, like he said in the video. So many SKUs, so much products. Like the man he has a huge catalog, So like I fuck with his music. I kind of get what Mos is saying in a way where it's like he don't feel he's being challenged by that music. This is something I always find to struggle with. People are really critical about the selection and tone and concept of music, but like with other medias, they'll be chill. It's like if I tell you I just want to watch like some dumb popcorn action flick, you're like, yeah, cool, whatever. And then I'm like, okay, and then next we're gonna watch like March of the Penguins or whatever, or Schindler's List, or what documentary. Like, it's cool. People are down to take that ride. But with music, for some reason, people are real rigid about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, why can't there be, Why can't there be like a fucking, I'm trying to think of a serious actor. Like, why can't there be a Morgan Freeman and a Jim Carrey? You know what I mean? Like, they can do those things. That's what they do. You don't need Adam Sandler to go and make the most serious movie ever, even though he's done a few. You know what I mean? And you don't need the serious cats going and trying to do comedy. I don't know. I just feel like Drake does what he does. Leave him fucking be. Like, he makes music for those people. I feel like I was on a podcast recently and we were talking about tastes and musical tastes. And one of my favorite things to say now when I've gotten to the space that I'm in my life is, that's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, whether to say it's whack or dope or whatever, I just know if it doesn't move me, it's just not for me. It was meant for somebody else. And to think that everything is for you to judge always comes off as a little bit arrogant for me. So now I just say, it's not for me. It's not for me. Except for maybe I got a few exceptions. Everybody's got an exception to the rule. You know what I mean? But yeah, I felt that Mos was trying to come out and say he wasn't challenged by the music. He said it was likable, and then he said likable, which made me fucking laugh. Shopping music is pretty funny as well, but yeah, you know, it feels, I don't know. She kind of set him up with that question, right? So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't really get where we're going there, but anyways, it is what it is. Okay. Shout out to Drake, because I fuck with Drake, and shout out to Mos, aka Yasin Bey, because I fuck with both of them. And neither the twain shall meet.